Right. Happy Monday Madness, everyone. March 31st, moving right along. Tomorrow starts April, believe it or not. So that wraps up almost our first quarter for the year. A couple hours left in there. There are 269 days left before Christmas, so make sure you're either saving or starting your Christmas shopping early. There's a lot of information, so let's just get into it. Monday to Monday, we ran 42 calls, a couple fires, interesting calls in there as well. So thank you for everyone able to come in for backfill and obviously responding to those. A shout out to Firefighter Reed for staying on as a volunteer as he takes the next step towards his career at Wyoming Air National Guard Fire. So super excited about that. And Lieutenant Jasek, thank you for your 5 years here and all of the work that you did. If you were there on Saturday night, obviously, I said it there, is that the hours on the plaque, they're there. Unfortunately, I think they were incorrect for all of the hours that he spent volunteering and working on extra projects and everything else. So again, make sure you guys are filling out all of your stuff, even though it's on a new system on ESO, so we can track those hours, the training hours, your shift hours, and all of the calls that you were on. Moving on to apparatus. So obviously Ladder 1-1 is still out of service. We're waiting on the 3 quotes. Reserve engine 1-2, we've come up with a plan to get that started, probably not this week. However, by the end of April, hopefully we can have that unit back in service. We did get 2 of the 3 required tire quotes for Brush 1-1. We do know that those are starting to crack and show their age. And so we got those quotes, but they're all around $5,000. So obviously we want to make sure we can get the best deal and the best tires. So we're working on that. Rosenbauer, there's been no follow-up yet. I called this morning and left a message. I have not heard back from Icon, but the list literally is 2 pages long. Not to mention they're worried about ladder 1-3, an injector getting stuck open and then burning a hole through the block and everything else. So that's why they don't want us to start that rig. So as soon as I find out something, I'll send information out. Keep an eye on your fuel use. If it's not an important or an actual call, the rig shouldn't be going out. A real quick plug. So obviously engine 1-1 and engine 1-2 have been swapped. No, engine 1-1 does not have its windshield fixed yet. However, engine 1-2 is having a coolant issue. It's tended to be, it's running a little too hot for our comfort zone. And so we are working on the contract with MHC and taking over the warranty repairs on the actual Cummins motor. So anyway, a little bit of stuff going on with that behind the scenes, obviously. So bear with us as we're working on multiple fronts on the Rosenbauer truck list. But with that being said, I've already had 3 phone complaints about use of the cue and the siren. So obviously coming out of station 1, if you are facing a certain individual's house, that person is going to let me know, which she already has several times, about people using the sirens as the trucks pull out of the bay, which has always been told, which has been known to be a no-no, so don't do it. Wait till you get down the road before you hit your cue or even the siren. And also, that's just ridiculous that people are doing that. So anyway, use your brain. Don't use it till you get down the road, you get close to the intersection. All right. Public interaction, several site and plan reviews came in this morning and actually on Friday as well. Make sure you guys are doing your walkthroughs. And again, make sure you are logging everything that you're doing. And this kind of segues into the IT message from Fairbairn. He issues stuff out on Discord to keep everybody kind of lined up and get most of the big questions answered. If something's giving you additional issues or anything else, please go back through the past comments on Discord, the IT channel, and you can probably find out your answer. If ESO is giving you an issue with a couple things, there are some items that even I've run into on some of these recent fires, filling out those reports. that the system is just kind of quirky and we're figuring that stuff out, but it's not an overnight fix. And so, and again, there's some stuff that Fairbairn can fix on the fly, but then there's also the stuff that he's got to send in a work ticket for ESO to take care of. So nothing happens overnight. And again, if you're having a problem with something, go through that IT channel and make sure you read everything. And you can most of the time fix your thing pretty quick without having to reach out to somebody. With that, there's also the daily log. So if you're filling out a daily log, please complete all of the sections. If you skip a section, it's not going to complete out, even though if you have it completed. Again, that's one of those, I guess, things with ESO system and getting times tracked and everything else. For the last few months, we've been pulling our volunteer hours and everything else off IAR. So make sure you are filling out and signing up on your IAR when you're here in the station, even if it's only for 10, 15 minutes, and you can have your time tracked that way as well. Station updates, real quick, hats off and a big thank you to C-Shift for fixing the drywall and the paint in the day room. It looks great. The front wall in the bay also looks great. So thank you guys for getting that completed, your last set, on top of everything else that was going on. So I'm impressed. It looks really good. So thank you guys. Also for Station 1, we have the new breathing air compressor. It arrived today. We've already inspected the packaging, removed the packaging, and we kind of have a rough idea of getting the new unit in and the old unit out. So that's totally exciting. Our Station 2, we're just focusing on cleanup and then the connexes and picking up the outside. If you're not aware, all of our board members now live in Winchester Hills. And so they are stopping by and they got eyes on that station like you wouldn't believe. So if something is out of order, I'm their first person they reach out to. So they have made no qualms about going into that station and letting me know about the shape of it. So we're going to try extra hard to make sure that station stays nice, cleaned, and organized and presentable for the public and our board members. Station 3, we have a list that we're finalizing for the contractor and our attorney, unfortunately. So hopefully we can get things finally finished in that building and closed out with Ryman. Other exciting news, the maps, those are ordered, and those will be ordered this week. And we also have new map books coming for the trucks. So, and that is not county funded. That is coming out of our budget. So anyway, sorry for the delay on that and not staying on top of it, but here we go. We got all new map books and all new maps for the stations coming up. All right, Wildland, our PL local is 1, national is still at a 2. Deployments, so the task force is back from Texas and they're doing an AAR with District 10 today. Projects, they got at State Forestry, Wildland 13 is still up on the rack getting worked on for its pump. And then Wildland 16, the paperwork is done with that. So that's that new Type 6 that we have coming to us. So the paperwork is done. However, it's still in the yard because State Forestry is going to do all the mechanical stuff for us and take care of that bit before we actually bring the truck in and start putting tools and everything else on it. If you have any questions about Wildland or anything like that, make sure you reach out to the Wildland team and let them know. Weekly training, it's still the respectful workplace. If you haven't got that done by tomorrow, the 1st of April, we'll have a chat because that's definitely, we've been saying that for a whole month now, and that should have been completed this last month. Fall protection, make sure you guys are familiar with all of that. And then ESO stuff. So make sure all of your things are getting taken care of and logged. And if you have questions, again, reach out. But again, go through the Discord IT channel and you can probably figure out or find the answer that you're looking for before you just ask someone else to take care of it for you. Special stuff, we do have a VFIS review of our training outline, especially when it comes to our DO program. Pretty big update that we were able to be a part of this last weekend. And so what you're going to anticipate to see is there's going to be the driving part where we focus on driving, and then there'll be additional training, a separate additional training and evaluation process for pumping, aerial operations, and then rescue truck operations as well. Because we have to get back in line with our insurance provider as we're kind of out in, we've crossed some of those the proverbial line, if you will, and so we got to get that all back in line and everything operating where it should, and following our SOGs and SOPs, which also comes to that segues nicely into our update. So we are doing a large configuration, and we're gonna continue through that process probably over the next 2 weeks. I was hoping to have that done in by the first week of April, but we're probably going to move it towards the second week of April, and that's just off the training section alone, and then the apparatus section alone as well, because we have to get all of those either rewritten, updated, or create an entire new policy, so to speak. So a little bit added time on that. All right, our SOG of the week is 1053, ironically, which is apparatus maintenance. And it's 3 pages. It's not written that very well, I'll be honest with you. I think it was in draft form when it was uploaded, but it goes over the warranty and then the expectation of maintenance items, and then it was kind of just left in there. So anyway, I do apologize for that, but check it out. It's got 3 pages, and again, those expectations are in there, and so that should answer most of the questions that someone might have. Again, thank you, Lieutenant Jasek, for for the 5 years here and everything, and all the service and all the crazy projects that you took on. And so thank you so very much. And today is actually his first day of academy, so I will send this over to him on his personal email. So if you do use his LCFD1 email, most of the guys, actually all of our folks that have been hired by CFR or Laramie or even Arvada, say, their emails are still active, so they do check them out. We do monitor that, so they do access the emails once in a while. So hopefully when he sees this, he'll know that really appreciate him and totally going to miss him. All right, thank you for everyone's hard work, and always know that you're needed and you're appreciated, and enjoy the week.